Dear colleagues, welcome to my hospital at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is fecomulsification under topical anesthesia. In this case, a Sensar single-piece intraocular lens has been placed under hydro. You can call it hydro-implantation. I have started this surgery. Let us observe the surgical steps. By this time, the main incision has been made. Viscoelastic substance has been injected into the anterior chamber. And now, this is a paracentesis on the left side of the main incision, about 2.5 clock hours away. And this is another paracentesis on the right side of the main incision. Now the anterior capsule is incised with a 26 gauge bent needle. A big, nice to hold, easy to hold flap is raised, and the flap is flipped. I thought of completing the rhexis with the needle itself. But here I feel I got stuck. I inject visco again, and now I'm going to use Utrata forceps. I hold the flap with Utrata and in a very controlled way I go around and complete the continuous rhexis. So rhexis is done. Now hydrodissection. Fluid wave is passed under the anterior capsule. We can see that the fluid went to the other side. Hydrodelineation is also done by this time. The nucleus is tapped, it is mobilized, and now some more visco is injected into the anterior chamber. And now the handpiece is introduced into the anterior chamber. Some cortical lens matter is removed. Then the handpiece is turned. Bevel is up, that is towards the cornea now. And this is direct chop. Bury the tip into the substance of the nucleus, hold it very firmly, and chop it. This is nuclear sclerosis of grade 3. This is ideal for beginners to learn direct chop, because you can hold the nucleus very nicely and chopping is very easy because the lens is not hard. So this is epinucleus. The epinucleus has come off very nicely, and now we can see lot of cortical lens matter is there in this case. I inject some visco at this stage because I use a Simcoe through the main port. This visco will keep the anterior chamber formed for some time, for about 20 seconds. And this time is enough for cleaning most of the cortical matter. So the cortex from 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock has been removed. Now the sub-incisional cortex has also been removed by the Simcoe itself in this case. And now some polishing of the posterior capsule, and it looks clean. Now I take the irrigating probe of bimanual IA and do some more polishing by the fluid wave. The irrigating jet of BSS is swept over the posterior capsule, and the cells dislodge and come off. And now in this case I'm going to enlarge the main wound little bit because I'm going to use a B cartridge. This is Sensar single piece intraocular lens. I find that if I use a C cartridge, the lens is compressed too much. The lens is little bulky, but it is a very good lens. Glistening is almost nil with Sensar and techniques about medical optics. Just sharing my experience. I have no financial interest in these products. And now, to keep the anterior chamber formed, an air bubble has been injected. We can buy some time. If the anterior chamber tends to become shallow, we can inject air bubble, and we can inject moxifloxacin. We can hydrate stroma to close the stab wounds, paracentesis openings. And then this is the last wash of the anterior chamber. Final lavage of the anterior chamber with balanced salt solution. Here it's introduce the Simcoe, and this is the final lavage. Whatever particle is there in the anterior chamber is removed, and pure balanced salt solution is left in the anterior chamber. I get a very quiet anterior chamber next day with this final lavage. And now we have to conclude the case, but before concluding we must check all the wounds. With a cotton tipped bud we must check the main wound, the side ports, and then conclude the case. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this video will give you very essential tips for skill development. This is a totally unedited recording.